Well, again, the infant sensitivity to this hidden skeleton of syntax, this universal hidden skeleton, well, by guiding the child's behavior, the children develop and discover things. Now, these things that are guiding behavior, again, are structures, phrase heads, content categories, and these now content categories in this case refer to those categories of words that have content, that express content: nouns, verbs, adjectives, adverbs. Function words, which are those words that convey syntax or allow sentences to be created in addition to these content categories, and those are auxiliaries. They're parts of sentences: determiners, the, a, stuff like that. Prepositions, words that allow sentences to take complements, like that and this, complementizing pronouns. And conjunctions, those are function words. They help create sentences. They help words that have content organize themselves into sentences. There are operations that do this, including ordering and moving things, ordering the words of a sentence in a particular sequence, and moving things, as I showed you when I just mentioned question making. And computations, when there's reception going on, when comprehension is going on, how does the child or the adult, any of us, establish meaningful relationships in our mind and detect meaning? Well, our mind pays attention to things like heads of phrases and also what merges with these heads, nouns that are subjects, verbs that are heads of predicates, what merges with them, relative clauses with noun subjects, direct objects, indirect objects, full sentence complements merge with verbs and verb predicates, etc. Things can merge with adjectives, with adverbs, with other things can merge. Well, your mind has to compute, that is, figure out what's the head and what goes with the head and what separates out and goes with another head, etc. That again is, one might ask, at what age does this whole process of discovering this stuff and operating with reference to this stuff, at what age does this emerge? This linguistic operation, this generation of language and comprehension of language with reference to this again hidden skeleton of language. Now I'm going to stop this for a second and just mention to you that there was an interesting article that appeared in the New York Times 2 days ago now, and it was about at what age babies, about babies crying, and at what age do babies production of sounds reflect the language that they're born into. Well, lo and behold, research is showing that babies from different cultures whose languages are different cry differently. That babies' cries from birth on reflect the language that they are born into. Can you believe that? So that German babies do not cry the same way that French babies do. And French babies do not cry the same way English-speaking babies do, etc., etc., etc. Chinese babies do not cry. Babies born into Chinese culture do not cry the same way that Spanish or German babies cry. Can you believe that? Now, at what age the baby's cries are influenced by the prosody of their language, the rhythm, and the melodic characteristic, the prosody of their language. Is that not amazing? I will post. I'm going to I'll set that article up and post that for you. New York Times today I'm recording this on Sunday, April 19th. So it was Friday, April 16th, 17th that I saw this. And I found an article that dates back to 2009, a summary article that also indicates that babies from different cultures and different who are born into different languages cry differently. Is that not amazing? From birth on, and that babies in utero from I believe it's 6 to 7 months gestation react to the prosody of the language that they are developing into. Can you believe that? Pre-birth. And this relates to what supports children's sensitivity to syntax in their very, very early days and months of life. So we'll continue into that momentarily.